Welcome back to the dojo. Glad you can make it. Alright, so the topic of discussion for today: there are no shortcuts. There are no shortcuts, unfortunately. Maybe in video games there are shortcuts. Maybe in video games. But in real life, there really are no shortcuts. And the reason why I say this, because a shortcut, in short, is just going to cut you out of the race. That's really what a shortcut is. A shortcut, in short, will cut you out of the race. Going against the grain, cheating, deceiving, manipulating things in your favor. That's not no way to be. Not only that, when you cut corners and skip steps, you miss out on the basics and the fundamentals, which are the building blocks of any type of progression, especially progression that leads to success. The fundamentals and the basics are really the most important part, because without them you have no foundation for anything else. That's usually how it goes. Now, everybody who was taking shortcuts, taking the easy way out, everybody who's been watching on the sidelines, we can clearly see now that there are no shortcuts. P. Diddy, T.D. Jakes, Logan Paul, Jake Paul, all these people, there ain't no shortcuts. There are no shortcuts. It's crazy that people have been elevated to a place of influence and notoriety. It's like it almost seems as though when they get to these positions, they think they're better than the average person in every metric on the spectrum. But we're clearly seeing that that couldn't be further from the case, because it seems like on top of the activities and behaviors that they display and exhibit, it seems like the majority of them are delusional. I don't know if it's the infinite amount of yes men or the vast amount of financial wealth they've obtained, but it seems to me that being perpetually online, having great influence, you know what I mean? Having great power comes great responsibility. When you become an influencer, there are no shortcuts. The little Hawk Tour girl, there are no shortcuts. They've exposed her for a cryptocurrency scam. Shout out to CoffeeZilla. Right? If you're going to learn from someone, learn from their mistakes. Sometimes that's the best way to learn from other people. Watching them make mistakes. You see that you see the effect that it has on them, and you're like, whoa, I don't think I want to do that. I don't think I want to make that choice. I think if I am gonna go that way, I'm gonna make sure I'm fully prepared, because I know what can happen if you're not prepared or you don't go through the basics and the fundamentals before you jump into the race. You know, ain't no shortcuts, and I gotta hit you with that phrase again, so you remember, right? There are no shortcuts, because in short, right, a shortcut is just gonna cut you out of the race, gonna cut you in your ass. That's what a shortcut is. You cut yourself short. A shortcut is really just a shortcut to giving up, a shortcut to forfeiting, a shortcut to losing, right? In any competitive arena, be it sports, gaming, there's always rules and regulations, so that the most skilled and tactical player or team will win. Now, of course, there's always outliers and wild cards and RNG. But ultimately, there are no shortcuts to victory. There are no shortcuts to success. There are no shortcuts to love. There are no shortcuts to wealth. As the old saying goes, easy come, easy go. Anything that's worthwhile to obtain or achieve in this life, you're going to have to fight for it. Yes indeed. It's not just going to be given to you. It's not going to be gifted to you. You must fight and earn for your spoils. If you're a pirate, there ain't no free booty. Me matey. If you a trapper, there ain't no free sales. You gotta have the supply that is demanded. If you want to be a doctor, lawyer, or anything that requires a college degree, you're going to have to go through those classes and those courses. There are no shortcuts. You want to own your own business. It's admirable. It's respectable, commendable. But it's impossible to do unless you have the resources, the capital, and or the people to help you realize that goal, that ambition. I wanted to speak about there being no shortcuts, because anything that you really want, you're going to have to take the long way around. That is, if you want to keep it. When you cheat, you're really only cheating yourself. When you steal, you're really only stealing from yourself. And when you take shortcuts, in short, you're only cutting yourself. That's the reality. We have to get comfortable with doing the work. Nothing is just going to fall in our lap. Nobody's just going to give us anything. Not even the Almighty. In the good book it says, God helps those who help themselves. So if you're not going to help yourself, why should He? Why should anybody? It's how it goes. That is how it goes. So, remember, on your journey to success, as you realize your ambitions, remember, it was because you took the long way around. It was because you put in the work. It was because you studied. You did your homework. You learned what was needed and necessary of you in order to get to that place that you saw in your mind so long ago. If there's anybody out there that has dreams, goals, and ambitions that they want to see before their final days, understand that you're going to have to do the work. No one's going to do it for you. No one's coming to save you. Closed mouths don't get fed. You gotta put yourself out there. You gotta reach out. You gotta speak out. You gotta make yourself very visible. We live in a digital age now. You would think this is the age of shortcuts. No. The work is more so memorizing, studying, understanding, and gaining knowledge. That's what the work is nowadays, is learning. We have to learn in order to be more effective. The old ways are all but gone. So, before I close the curtain, I just want to remind you that there are no shortcuts. Whatever it is that you want to achieve and you want to see for yourself, you're going to have to go all the way. Go all the way. Don't pussyfoot. Don't be half-baked. Don't do it half-assed. Go all the way. Because that is the only way. With that being said, Professor Hawk signing out. Hawk Sensei, bids you adieu. Hope that you're waking up every day with a smile on your face. Hope that you're waking up with a plan and a purpose. And if you're not waking up with a purpose, at least you're waking up. Before I go, I want to remind you to like the video because I know you like this one, especially made it this far. Share the video because why not? And subscribe because you came back too many times not to push that button. Happy holidays, everyone. Hope you enjoy your holiday as well as your new year. Take care.